Welcome back to the channel. I recently made a couple of friends in Bali and we discussed about some of the little things they should know if they ever decide to base their business in Singapore. From a local's perspective, you may have certain impressions of this country already, so expanding on our conversation, I came up with this list which may include some of your concerns. Let's get to it. First up, traveling. Now, it is so easy because Singapore is such a small country, going from one end to the other can take you less than an hour, especially if you drive. The most important mode of traveling will be the public transport. Now, we have a highly comprehensive network which can seamlessly connect you from one location to another. Everything is in English, and the best part is that the bus and train intervals are very regular, so you don't waste time just waiting for the next bus or train. And time is money, so to get around quicker, you can definitely consider taxi or Grab, which will cost you more, but it definitely saves you more time. Owning your own car in Singapore can be pretty expensive. Let's say, for example, my previous car, I spent about $130,000 on that. So the down payment is $50K, monthly installment is about $1.1K, and petrol is about $500 per month. Now, this is before all the servicing and the repair works that is needed for your car. There is also the COE, which is currently at an all-time high. So you can do a little research on that if you're planning to have a car in Singapore. Second point, renting. Now, to rent a place in Singapore, make sure you get in touch with a licensed real estate agent who can provide you with advice and service to secure your accommodation. There has been recent cases of people getting scammed by impersonators and scammers. This is mainly because they don't search on the right portals. Some of these deals are just too good to be true, but people fall for them anyway. Remember, you don't have to pay a deposit to view a unit. Prices of rent have also increased over the past 3 years. So let's say for a 2-bedder condo in the outer central region, you could get for 2.4K. Now the landlords are asking for beyond $3,000. So pick a preferred location and according to your budget. Third, buying a property in Singapore. Now, as a foreigner, when you buy a property in Singapore, you may have to pay 60% ABSD. So in essence, if you're buying a property for $1 million, you will have to pay $600K on top of that, unless you're from the FTA. Now, FTA countries, there are 5. So the first one is Liechtenstein, there's Iceland, there's Norway, the USA, as well as the Switzerland. So you can do a little bit more research on that as well. Fourth, food variety. Now, we are a multicultural country, so in terms of food, you will definitely be spoiled for choices. From restaurants to cafe to hawker centers, there is so much for you to explore. And if you miss home, there's a high chance that you can find your cuisine somewhere in Singapore. And if not, that's a business opportunity for you. Fifth, weather. Yes, it is true, Singapore is hot. Although we do have seasonal rains and Singaporeans being deprived of the cool weather, we love it when the temperature falls. Although it may affect some plans, just remember to stay hydrated. The heat can be pretty intense on some days. Sixth, the myth that Singapore is only building all around. Not true, we do have a lot of nature parks and greeneries, which is something that Singapore is actively implementing in terms of the transformation and the future of Singapore. You'll see some garden integrations in the building, be it for hotels, residential developments, as well as offices. They are adopting a replacement for the greens, which would have been on the site itself, and they introduce it vertically into the buildings. Point number 7, safety. Now, this is a non-exhaustive list, and yet I feel that most Singaporeans actually take this for granted. Singapore is a very safe country with our government agencies working 24/7 around the clock. You can walk way past midnight and not have to worry. There are CCTV cameras all around, and the country is very well lit. This is also something that my foreign friends have mentioned too. So feel free to reach out to me if you're planning to move here and have some questions that you're unsure of. I'll help in whichever capacity that I'm able to. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.